welcome.
Over 1,200 registrants. Yeah, there won't so many.
Christine. So I just say Christine.
Tranchant.
Yeah, Christine.
You can say Christine.
Okay, are you ready to start, do you think?
Yes, I think I do.
Okay, so bonjour. Bonjour et bienvenue dans la belle ville de Strasbourg. So I'm afraid that's the last of my French, but good morning and welcome to the beautiful city of Strasbourg. So we're absolutely delighted to be holding our conference in France because we've got a huge number of PIs and families in France, so that's wonderful. I'm Arnesen, I'm the current chair of EHDN, and on stage with me there's Patrick Weydt, who's the co-chair, Astri Arnesen, who's the chair of EHA, and Tranchant, who is a professor of movement disorders here in Strasbourg and is our honoured local host. So this is the 13th EHDN conference since 2004. We used to hold them annually, jointly with the World Federation of Neurology, and since 2010 we've held them biannually. So this is the largest and broadest conference for HD globally, and we're very proud of that. And I'm really pleased to say that at this conference we have over 1,200 registrants and more than 400 posters, which is a fantastic testament and it's a fantastic testament to the enthusiasm and commitment of all of you working on Huntington's disease. And that ranges right from fundamental science through to clinical care. So this conference is rather special for two reasons that I just want to briefly tell you about. It's the 20th anniversary of the founding of EHDN. So EHDN is 20 years old now, and we're going to celebrate that with some special lectures this morning, a bit later this morning. It's also held jointly this time with the third Enroll-HD conference. And just to explain a little bit about what that means, today is our EHDN conference. Tomorrow is held jointly with Enroll-HD, and the third day will be the Enroll-HD conference that you'll hear more about in due course. But of course you're all welcome to all of those sessions, and we hope that you'll enjoy taking part in them. So of course, putting on a conference with a programme that's so large and complex is a huge task. So I'd very much like to acknowledge the programme committee led very ably by Åsa Peterson and Sandrine Humbert, and all the other people who've been working really hard in the background to make this happen. I'd also like to thank our sponsors, CHDI, without whom this conference wouldn't happen. And also our many sponsors from industry whose sponsorship we very much appreciate. So finally, if you're a regular at this meeting, I'd just like to encourage you very much to engage with some of the younger and newer members. And if you are one of those people who this is your first EHDN conference, then I'd also like to encourage you to reach out. This is a big conference, but we're a friendly lot. And so on that note, I very much hope you have an enjoyable and productive few days. And I'm going to hand over now to Astri.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's really an honor for me to be here and stand on this stage in front of you. And I do that on behalf of HD families all over Europe. Because the European Huntington Association is a federation of patient organizations from 33 countries. And together we connect thousands of people affected by HD. For many of us, this community is our second family, because we create a space where we can meet other people that intuitively understand what it's like to live with HD. What it's like to get up every morning with fears and concerns about what HD will bring to this day. Because you never really know. The only thing you know is that it will not go away. And living and coping with HD implies dealing with a lot of strong emotions. Many of them connected to loss and grief. And actually, tomorrow,
delegates, please make your way to auditorium 26.
thank you, we are here. Actually, tomorrow, it's 3 weeks ago since my dear sister passed away with Huntington's disease. And for many years, she faded away and lost all her ability to function and to communicate. And actually, for quite some time, I felt she wasn't there. So my sister doesn't need your efforts anymore. But her children does. And thousands of people out there need all your efforts and needs us. So yesterday, I asked a group of HD advocates, all family members, what they wanted you to hear this morning from them. And they expressed gratitude. They are so grateful that you are all here to share your knowledge, experience, and also to learn from others. Because as the community, we are also really hopeful. During the past couple of years, we went from setbacks, and really many people expressed deep concerns, were we really able to develop drugs and medicines for HD? And to renewed hope based on all the progress that's been made, and not the least, all the recent really promising preliminary data that has been shared with us earlier this summer. And also, for the first time, a company has filed for approval by the European Medicine Agency for a drug developed for HD. So major steps forward. And in many ways, the broader HD community has represented a golden standard because of the willingness and the ability to collaborate among all stakeholders. So what has stood out has been the close connection between patients and patient groups, clinicians, and researchers. Now, this is a fragile constellation. We cannot take it for granted. It is based on the goodwill of each and every one of us. So we need to continuously reinforce this collaboration and incorporate patient involvement systematically, as this is the basis for all the successes that we have achieved in our field. The future for clinical research and better care require new strategies and boldness from all of us. Because we want doctors and other healthcare providers to focus less on what's the matter with you and more on what matters to you. And we want institutions and trial sites to think out of the box and work with patient organizations in order to accelerate trial recruitment and ensure good retention and the best possible conduct of trials. And we all need to advocate towards regulators and have unnecessary barriers or delays to approval removed. And we really need new outcome measures to be validated and recognized in all the regulatory pathways. We also encourage industry to work with us to realize access to therapies as soon as they are approved to patients, regardless of where they live, as fast as possible. As one advocate formulated it on behalf of the thousands of people affected, the reality of the dwindling time is a constant reminder. It is as if we carry with us a time glass wherever we go, where every grain of sand is a reminder of our remaining moments. So please, please, understand our urgency and impatience and help us to add more grains to that time glass together now. And with that, I hand over to the esteemed local colleague, Christine.
Thank you very much to give me the opportunity to welcome everybody in Strasbourg on behalf of also of the French Huntington network. I hope that you will enjoy the program, which is very rich, and I hope also that you will have time to visit our town, Strasbourg, which is very nice. Have a good Congress.
Christine, for having us here, and it's just my brief job to invite everybody of you to the business meeting this afternoon, which will take place at 5:15 in this very room. It's a show of strength of our community. If we all show up, there's very important announcements to be made. Most importantly, the results of the election to the executive committee and the constitutional amendments. So the election's closed tonight, the votes are being counted, and make sure you hear all about it this afternoon. Thank you very much, and now without further ado, I think we can start.